What if I told you that even the smallest things could be the destruction of your business? And what does that mean for how you should treat your data? Hello guys, I'm Stefan, the founder of the data management bureau Rafael's Ambassadors. Today I want to draw some insights from Michael Levine's book, Broken Windows, Broken Business. Generally, the premise of the book is that even the smallest, seemingly smallest mistakes and errors can eventually lead to the end of a business, or the end at least of the reputation of a business, and emphasizes how you should spot these deviations early and often in order to save your business and to actually make it able to prosper. He also shows that on both on a business and societal scale. He draws examples, for instance, from the New York police reform, with how they emphasized getting rid of graffiti, and how that actually led to led to reducing crime overall in the city in the 90s. And yeah, so generally I want to focus on the part of data in this theory. Is not a part of this topic that that Michael goes over in his book specifically. What he understandably emphasizes, for instance, is customer service, customer support, these types of things, and generally showcasing how the attitude plays a significant role. For instance, if one employee has a negative attitude, and that comes out through through the way he treats the customers of the business, then okay, one person gets a negative impression of the business, and that one employee may also influence other people around him or the other employees around him to behave differently, unless that is kind of identified and fixed as soon as possible, by actually pointing out that okay, this isn't acceptable, this isn't how we want to treat our business in this case. So here I as mentioned here, I want to emphasize the parallels with data here. How can data actually be one example of this broken windows, broken business theory, in terms both of the attitude and the general attitudes of the employees, attitudes of the people in the business, and how significant data, how significant a role that data plays in the business in general. So here we generally define data quality as accuracy, completeness, reliability, and timeliness. And why I define quality data here is that quality data is crucial for informed decision making. We need, for being a flexible and dynamic business, we need to have updated information all the time about okay, what is going on in the market, what is going on with our sales, how are we performing across different metrics. And for all these things, we need data to kind of get a better understanding. And especially the bigger we grow, the more we need data to actually get an understanding of what is actually going on, because the more complex it will become. And that is where data plays a key role, for instance. And it's not only that as well. It's across different dimensions as well. Where if we just look at the decision making perspective, for instance, if we have the attitude or make kind of excuses for okay, why we don't want to or that the employees make excuses for okay, why don't they want to update the records, or they have bad systems in place for this. Okay, we don't want to prioritize this right now, updating and improving the systems for data quality, data assurance, quality assurance, and so on. And that leads to either errors or lacking or missing records, or any of those things that kind of produces poor quality data in this case. And the more that this happens, the more that this is allowed to happen, then the less you can actually use the data. And the less you can use the data, the less the worse decisions, or the less easy it is for you to actually make decisions based on these data. You have a worse foundation to build on, and that's why it's so crucial, especially from the decision-making perspective, to actually make sure that, okay, you get the attitudes right, you get the systems right, you get have things in order in terms of your data, to actually be able to, or to avoid things going out of control to the point where the data becomes completely useless anymore. And this also applies for the parallel also applies in other cases. For instance, in terms of reporting work. For instance, if your reporting, or if your data management is out of control, to maybe exaggerate it a bit, and then you have to report it. Maybe you're a public company and you need to actually report your financial numbers, and then okay, suddenly you see that, okay, there are a lot of errors. Now you suddenly have a lot of work you need to do, that you need to do backwards in time. You need to figure out, okay, what is not recorded properly, what are the errors. You need to fix all that afterwards, in a sense, before you get stuff reported, because you hadn't figured out, or you hadn't taken this into account when you should have. Or that the employees had either poor attitudes when it comes to the importance of actually implementing this, or making sure that data were accurate, or that it weren't a priority, that the data would be updated for to actually become quality data. So those are some key examples where I think data plays a key role for, and data can be a key example for this broken windows, broken business theory. So, and of course, this applies across the board. It applies to finance, marketing, operations. For marketing, if you don't, if you have employees who don't reach out to people, or employees in the marketing who don't actually do any outreach, or don't do as much outreach as they could, that negatively affects their chances. If they don't follow up, if they don't do what it takes, okay, of course, then they won't actually get things done. And this also with the data part for finance is about reporting, as we mentioned. With marketing, it's about actually doing some proper client segmentation, understanding the market, and updating their marketing based on that kind of data. If they don't have quality data, then, or because of broken data, as we mentioned, then they won't be able to do as effective marketing. And for operations, basically the decisions of the business were forward based on the data that we have. And of course, what are the costs involved with this? Is poor data quality, or poor data quality can lead to loss of revenue, customer trust, and generally less stable and able to actually grow in the future. You're less able to actually reach your ideal customers, reach your goals in general, and just a lot of missing a lot of opportunities in that sense, based on, because it's so important in the modern day and age to be data driven, and that's what causes some problems here. So what are some strategies for actually improving the data quality? What you can do is to implement some regular data audits, have some systems for continuous monitoring, either a person who does this or kind of implementing some systems which kind of makes it easier for you to track this, investing in data management tools, technologies to make it easier. I encourage a culture of data quality among staff, both in terms of data quality, data security, and so on. Generally providing some awareness and training for making people understand and kind of upgrade the attitudes in a sense to avoid these cases where people don't really see the importance of this, and like when people get to the point where they don't see the importance of something anymore, they don't really care much about it, and that's why it's so important to do those types of trainings, have good systems to make it easier for them, and then it's much easier to avoid those cases where it actually falls completely out of control. So yeah, I will round this off here. This has been why data can be a key example for Michael Levine's theory of broken windows, broken business. In this case, it's broken data, broken business. So I encourage you all to evaluate your data practices in your businesses based on what we've gone over here. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you want more of this type of content. Be sure to comment below what you think of this video, what more type of content you would like to see of this, and yeah, as always, hope you're having an amazing week so far, and I will see you all in the next video.